Alright, what's up YouTube? Here on the job site for one of my recurring customers. I had all this right here was I don't know if I got auto frame. Okay, we're good. All these were leaves. Okay, there we go. I mean, there's still some back there. They're not wanting it too perfect. They just want the majority of these leaves, which is, as you can see, since this is a small backyard with, kind of small gate, I use this. And what I'll do is I'll take the mower and I'll just go about 1.5 feet in, and it goes out of focus again. There we go. Auto frame. I'll just keep going around until I break down all these leaves, and I'll break them down, and I'll lower the mower just a little bit more, and I'll go around like maybe 2 more times. So I go around about 2 times very high, and then 2 times very low, bringing all the leaves to like a dust. And then I'll take the bagger and I'll just go around sucking them all up. Instead of using disposable bags here in the city of Bexley, they come out with like these mulch mules, and they'll suck them up off the side of the street. But I'll bring that, sorry, those are already in there, but I'll bring that, I'll dump it on there, I'll keep on sucking all the leaves up, dump it, suck it all up, dump it, then I'll drag it all the way up to the front. Sorry, I don't know why my camera's gone blurry here lately, but I hate it when it does that. I think it's my lens. I don't know if it's any better or not, but I'll bring it up here, and as you could tell, here, you can see all those leaves up there. That's where that pile's going. But with that being said, it cuts time in half. Instead of raking and putting on the tarp and raking and putting on the tarp, it's like a vacuum cleaner. You're just sucking them all up, putting them on the tarp instead of bagging the disposable bag. And then, some cities you're not allowed to do that, but some cities you can, or some areas and regions that you live in. But if you're looking to do it at a good quality, job, mulch them all up, suck them all up, put them on tarp, put them up front, you will actually save yourself time. I've only been here 2 hours. That's because I had to get the majority of the leaves, away from the fence and get them all here. My most difficult part was like back in here and around. There's still some there, but they're not as bad. They were piled. This was just, you couldn't even see the ground. Like what you see there in the center was what was all right here. So I got the majority. This is just what he was on. He's wanted most of the leaves done. But that's what I had to work with. You got shrubbery along the fence line where the leaves actually get caught down in it. And it makes it almost absolutely impossible if you're walking around the neighborhood with a rake. You would be here probably 2 days just to do this 1 yard. When over the amount of time, I don't know if this is focusing, but over the amount of time, I actually found better techniques to get the job done faster and let the machinery do the work instead of me physically. But I'll put the camera up. Let me take these out because I'm done with this right now. But I'll take a moment, let you watch what I do for these small yards here in this rich little neighborhood. But, alright, 1 second. Now you guys get the idea. You remember how tall they were. About 2 feet tall. Now I broke them all down, as you can see, and this is just with a simple setup. Now, what I meant by like go around 4 times, as you see, the first layer is down. That's one. Okay, so I'm gonna go around maybe actually about 5 times. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna break the leaves down to like a dust-like matter, and keep breaking them down so that way when I'm ready to bag or put them on a tarp and put them up front, they're not gonna be that much. But you guys, you get the idea. I gotta cut the video short. I'll show you what it looks like after. Like, subscribe, follow to my YouTube channel. You guys take care.